All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Coming at you with another quick lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Lord willing, this lesson may be edifying. This is a quick in the news update. As the scriptures say in the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. And as many of the Lord's servants, the prophets, we are standing upon our watch. So we see the different things, regular media sites. Usually we get a lot of information from the alternative media sites, okay? That's where a lot of information is being broadcasted, different things that's happening and going on around the world because, regular media, they ain't telling you what the hell is going on. They're not preparing masses of the people for what's about to take place, or just, regular in the news things that's happening, which people should know about. Okay, so this is where you have a lot of, like I said before, a lot of alternative media being broadcasted, where people are updated with things that actually make sense and things that people should actually know about. Okay. Yes, it's not just coming from the servants, the prophets, which that's who it's mainly coming from, but the Lord put it on the spirit of heathens, okay, chiefly the Edomites and other nations, to go into different things and bring out different information and articles and even clips or videos of different things that's taking place around the world that is going to ultimately change the life around us as we see. Okay, so without further ado, let's go into a quick, a few articles, and I got a few clips that I want to play through the spirit. Lord willing, it's edifying. So I'm gonna go to the ones that I got sent to the chat. All right, to the camp.
Things are changing fast in this digital world, so much so that a growing number of businesses will not even accept cash anymore.
Yeah, they are starting to set up reverse ATMs. It quickly turns cash into a prepaid debit card to be used on the fly. And Dre Clark explains from New York City. Dre, I've never heard of this. Mitch has never heard of this. What's it about?
Yeah, I never heard of it either until I read about it last night. It's relatively new, but it's slowly but surely catching on. Cash is really still king, but reverse ATMs are definitely the way of the future as more businesses look for ways to go cashless. Here at Madison Square Garden in Midtown Manhattan, they already have machines inside the arena that can actually convert your cash into a debit card here. Now here you can see exactly how it works. You load money into a kiosk like you see here, and within seconds, you can get a receipt confirming your conversion and a prepaid active card. Many of the prepaid cards are either MasterCard or Visa, and you can use them anywhere where those cards are accepted. Some kiosks may actually charge you a $5 fee for the card. Meanwhile, amusement parks, fast food restaurants, and many professional sports venues are already using the cash-to-card kiosk, and you'll start seeing more of them in airports and on college campuses. Business owners say they like the kiosk because it helps prevent theft and robberies, and it stops the spread of germs that can really be found on a lot of money that's downright dirty. Now, many people started going cashless during the pandemic because they did not want to touch money and coins, fearing they could contract the virus. Meanwhile, cities across the country like San Francisco, DC, Philly, and New York, they actually have bans on cashless businesses. So business owners, by law, cannot refuse to accept any cash from a customer. Also, get this, the FDIC says up to 5% of U.S. households, or 6 million Americans, are considered unbanked. That means they don't have either a checking or savings account. They prefer to deal in strictly cash. So yeah, guys, it's relatively new, but here in New York City and other places around the country, this is the way of the future. Send it back to you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television program.
Yeah, so pretty much you see what's happening. Okay, everything is being geared towards a cashless society. Now these different businesses, they got bans, or they put different businesses that is trying to opt out of not using cash. Okay, well that they're going to be wiped out if they don't get down with the system. Okay, because this is going to be the system of you're going to have to you're going to have to comply, okay, with the, cashless rule. Everything is being pushed and geared towards that. That's how the system is going to be set up. So you're either going to get with the program or you're going to be left out, which, majority of these places are going to be left out anyway, because they're only going to want a handful of companies, operating this system ultimately. Now, they will use these small companies in the meantime to continue to forward this agenda, but ultimately a lot of these places will be wiped out. A lot of these small time banks, a lot of these like we call them mom and pop shop little stores. No, it's going to be only big box warehouse facilities that's going to be amongst these operations of this we know this, the whole buying and selling ordeal. Okay, but we're just seeing the transition of the dollar being wiped out, which the dollar is already through. It's already backed by nothing. Okay, but like I said, we're going into where businesses are about to be in the compliance stage of, the way of using less cash. All right, and people. Oh, let me say this: and the people that is currently not using banks and cash, well, guess what? They're going to have to comply as well, because you're going to have to be a part of the system. There is no way, ifs, ands, and buts about it. Matter of fact, let me get a scripture, because everything at the end of the day, this is all leading up to what? Prophecy, right? Prophecy. What book talks about that? The Holy Scriptures. That's why I said, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. Let's get that real fast. Let's go to the book of Revelation, chapter 13. Verse 16, it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor. Who is he? Right? We know this is talking about Esau, Edom, the elites. Okay? This man is setting up a system where he's going to causeth all, who? Both small and great, rich and poor. So no matter what position you are, what rank, what class you consider yourself as, right? He's going to cause you to what? Small and great, rich and poor, free or bond, to receive a what? A charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that no man might do what? Buy or sell, save he that had the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So you see the system that is being put in place, where you're not going to be able to what? Where you're not going to be able to what? Buy or sell. Okay? You're not going to be able to do anything, and people are going to be made to comply to this. This is not this is not going to be by choice. Now, right now, it's by choice. We know the devil's going to come out with have a whole bunch of signs of lying wonders and deceive people to make it look like it's cool and it's going to be, the next best thing. How it's going to be presented to you, because it's going to be accessible. It's going to be easy to do things. They're going to put it in people's mind where it's going to be it's going to be like a safety net into them, where it's going to prevent theft, and all type of other things, where it's just people are going to be like, this is the way. It's just easier to do it this way. And people are going to get down with it, but not knowing that this charagma, right? If you take this charagma, this is going to be a judgment. And this is where the men of the Lord, the servants, the prophets come at, okay, to explain to you that do not, all right, as I repeat, do not take the charagma. I don't care how it sounds to you, okay? I don't care if you think if it's going to make your life easier, so to speak, as you think. It's going to be something that's temporal, okay, and something that's going to get you a harsh judgment. Do not take it. Let's continue. Things like this has been ongoing in other countries, Greece, France. The scriptures talk about, the sedition among men. The scriptures talk about, basically a rebellion against the higher authorities, the people that stand in power, the princes, the kings. You see, the sedition among men. Yeah. So this is coming to America, Babylon the Great as well. Once the U.S. citizens actually found out, because a lot of, there is a amount of U.S. people that know what the hell is going on. A very small amount, because majority of these people are sheeple. They're entertained by the Bread and Circus Act, and the Bread and Circus Act usually goes into, the sports entertainment industry, right? But Esau has leveled it up to the point where the Bread and Circus is your damn cell phone. If you look around, go look around. Even if you're on a bus, traveling, whatever transit system you use, look around. Guess what everybody is tuned into? Their cell phone, right? People are walking down the street, with their head in the phone, getting hit by a bus and getting hit by cars. Why? Because they're not paying attention. Their head is in their cell phone. People driving, right? What are they always doing? You see them looking down. A lot of car crashes happen because what? People are on their cell phone. They're either, talking, texting, looking at something. Everyone is on their cell phone. So, Esau used this device, which this device can be used for many different purposes. But a lot of people use this device that we have here, which is the cell phone, which is a necessity now in today's society. But people use this cell phone for fucking folly, man. People use it for folly. So you can also just put this in there as the cell phone is a part of the entertainment distraction of the Bread and Circus Act. Okay. Meanwhile, you got people over there on alert and paying attention that what their corrupt government is doing to them, and they are fighting back. A little bit more. It says this is from Vox. It says, you may never eat inside a fast food restaurant again. As diners increasingly turn to delivery, the future of fast food may be one with no human interaction at all. You see, do you understand what's happening? Okay, we used to think of things being futuristic of, when you see things are futuristic like, robots delivering your food and robots, making your burgers and making your drinks. I also did an article back on that. You have a robot machine called Flippy and another robot machine called Sippy. The Flippy flips the burgers and does all the things like that. And Sippy is the drink maker. So really, they really don't need, restaurants are eventually going to need no human interaction in them, as much as they do. They might need maybe 10% or 15% of workers there just to maybe operate the machines in case they fail and do different things to the machine. But other than that, they're not going to need a full crew to operate these different businesses in place, because their machines are being created to do what? To actually do the job and take over what the human could do. All right, but the thing about that robot is the robot don't get tired. The robot don't get sick. The robot is reliable. You see, you don't have to pay the robot for vacation days, sick days, personal days. The robot doesn't complain. It does what you tell it to do, and it's going to be continuous. You see, and restaurant owners or fast food businesses are saying, you know what, this is the way. This is how we can save. This is how we can save money. What they call it? This is less cost effective. If we just get this $10,000 robot, we'll save money in the long run. Okay, but nevertheless, let's continue. It says, there was a time when your local McDonald's was the ideal spot for a 6-year-old birthday party. Its play place had ball pits and slices where children could spend hours post Happy Meal. And this is not to promote McDonald's. Don't be eating this shit. This shit is garbage, man. For real. Mostly fast foods is, and not if all garbage, but brothers still eat at certain places. Here and there. Don't be consuming this type of garbage every day, whether it's Burger King, Wendy's, Popeyes, you know what I'm saying, Jack in the Box, wherever you may go. But you do eat it, hey, it is what it is. Because that shit do be good. I ain't gonna hold you. Some of these spots, be good. Like I'm a more of a Burger King, Wendy's, Popeyes type of guy. It's not an everyday thing. It might be maybe once a month. But don't consuming this crap on a 2-3 times a week basis, man. This is garbage. So it says McDonald's launched Play Places in the 1970s in an effort to build brand loyalty in children by emphasizing a family-friendly environment. I remember these days, right? Not the 1970s, but when it used to be like this kid-friendly, the ball pits, the play place, and all that good stuff, right? It says today you'd be hard-pressed to find one. Yeah, that's out. You're not going to find one anymore. That's just due to safety and health concerns. Ball pits are known to be bacterial cesspits. People just aren't hanging out at fast food joints the way they used to. By the end of 2021, dine-in visits to fast food chains have fallen to just 14% of the restaurant traffic compared to 28% pre-pandemic, according to the market research firm NPD Group. When it comes to burgers and fries, people are increasingly scarfing them down in their homes, at their offices, in their cars, anywhere really but in the restaurant. Now, McDonald's and other fast food and fast casual giants are betting on the digital kitchen. Look at that. Digital kitchen. Sleek, compact stores that harness automation and digitalization to have diners ordering through mobile apps and digital kiosks to get diners in and out in record time. Meanwhile, chains are demolishing their dining rooms or shrinking them in order to meet the demand of drive-through and digital ordering. Stephen Baker, an architect at Harrison French and Associates who works on fast food restaurants, design and development, wrote in an article last year for McDonald's, Sweetgreen, and others, reducing seating means chains can open smaller stores, right? Everything's going to be less cost effective, saving on expensive real estate, especially in urban areas. The big transformation taking place inside restaurants also threatens to change how the industry looks at labor. In April, McDonald's announced hundreds of Now, but you see what we're going to with this? The AI technology and these different robots is going to take your jobs. See, so while you see these signs and lying wonders and these things of, this is fast-paced and this is good and, this is the best thing for us, you don't know us. This is your job. Your job is gone behind the AI tech system, right? And robots. Believe it or not, it says hundreds of layoffs in its corporate offices as a part of a larger strategy to open new locations while investing more into digital delivery and drive-through. And all for fast food and fast casual restaurants, whether it's third-party delivery apps, automated kiosks, or even food delivery by drone. This is a new way they pushing too, the drone delivery. Amazon just heavily pursued in this. Okay, the glittering promise of tech is the ability to offload to machines more and more of the tasks performed by people paid an hourly wage. Didn't I just say that? I told you. Last year, 85% of fast food restaurant orders were to go, according to the data from NPD. Drive-thrus are busier than ever, with roughly 3/4 of orders being placed at the drive-thru. Food service consulting firm Technomic found that 73% of all orders at limited service restaurants, places where you pay in advance and don't typically have table service, including both fast food and casual restaurants, were either carry-out or delivery in the first half of 2022. So this is the move. Okay, this is the move. But just going in through the spirit, as you can see, everything is being put, being made a digital way. Guess what? Guess who loses behind this? People in their regular everyday jobs. Okay. Another article. Is your company planning layoffs, closures? Many states let you check. Okay. Between tons of tech layoffs and major retailers closing up shop, it's understandable if you're feeling a little uneasy in terms of job security. depending on the size of your company and your state of residence. You may be able to easily check if your employer is planning serious cuts or branch closures. It's thanks to the federal law called the WARN Act, which stands for Worker Adjustment Retraining Notification Act. Essentially, the law requires employers with 100 or more full-time employees to give 60 days of advance notice for plant closings or mass layoffs. A mass layoff is defined as one loss of 500 or more jobs at employment site, or two loss of 50 to 499 jobs if that number makes up more than 33% of the company's workforce. Some states have even stricter rules requiring WARN notices from smaller companies or employers planning layoffs that affect fewer people. And that's just I'm not gonna read into all that, but I want to get more to the point. Go down here to the point that you can see. It says the latest jobless claims numbers published Thursday show 13,000 more people applied for unemployment benefits in the last week of April when compared to the week before. Overall, about 1.8 million were collecting unemployment in the week ending in April, on April 22nd. Bro, this is 2023 that we're reading of. 1.8 million collecting unemployment, at the basically almost at the end of April. Right now we are in the beginning of May. Okay, but this thing, unemployment and job layoffs and all these things are going to continue to increase. Layoffs are going to continue to increase. You see? Oh, yeah. So, man, I was talking about McDonald's, right? Somebody did a heat map of the McDonald's in America. Look at this. This is crazy. You see? But they talk about America talking about people's health. They care about people's health. They don't give a damn about people's health, man. Because if they did, they wouldn't have all this garbage everywhere. This is just McDonald's, man. This is just McDonald's. You add all the fast food restaurants and the garbage disposal places that what they feed us with, this whole thing could be lit up like a freaking checkerboard or a checkerboard. All right, there's some more I want to get. There's actually more I want to get. And this is a video. I'm not going to play this, but I'll just read it. It says AI to replace human jobs. AI can replace 80% human jobs, says experts. Okay, in the English latest news. And let's get this last one. Because I'm on the way to get this daily bread, but I couldn't start my day out without reading some scriptures and going into and bringing this word out. For BBC News, it says no fault evictions. There's nothing you can do. A couple who spent 2 years fighting a non-fault eviction notice on their home of more than 20 years said they were poised for panic as they waited ballots to finally move them out. Barbara Smothers and her partner Les were first issued the Section 21 eviction order in 2021, which means a landlord does not need to give a reason for ending the tenancy. Since then, they had spent more than 1,000, I think this is euros, in court fees defending their case, but in April were handed their final eviction notice. They are not alone. The number of Section 21 eviction notice handed to tenants in the Midlands is the highest it's been in the past 5 years, according to the latest government data. And this is everywhere. Everywhere is increasing in, like I say, loan defaults, okay, repossessions, housing foreclosures, evictions, all that. Everything has increased tremendously. It says in 2022, more than 1,720 no-fault claims were issued by private landlords to tenants, which saw a 172% increase on their previous year, up from 635. Yeah, because you got to think, landlords are gaining money by having different tenants in their homes, but if they don't own the home that they're in and they feel like they can save money, they like, shit, we putting you out. And we going back to our home and leaving this home where we got to pay this mortgage at so we can save costs. It says Barbara, 69, who lives in Audley, Staffordshire spoke to BBC News after receiving their first eviction notice and said their lives had overwhelmingly been consumed by the fear of where they would live. And a lot of people got that mindset because they don't know whether they're going to go to or fro. What's going on? You know, every move. It says, she said, you can go to bed worrying about it. You can go to sleep and wake up thinking about it. I've got to find somewhere else to go. What I'm going to. Barbara has 12 therapy horses, which need to relocate with her, making the search for a home even harder. I didn't know anything about this Section 21 evictions until a couple years ago. I felt like people look at you and judge you. Anyone in private rental is at risk. And of this, there is nothing you can do. Yup. And this is the point. You know, everyone is at risk. And everyone is, you know, a snap of a finger away from being evicted, being their car repossessed, you know, and so much more. Being about to be out of money, you know, if the bank runs start to happen, a lot of things. But I don't want y'all to be, hear this background of madness in the back. Like I said, this was just a quick update to the news. Low Willens, edifying. Until next time, I want to say shalom.